It started like any other morning in Judge Caprio's courtroom. Quiet, routine, and calm. But the silence broke when a man walked in, his eyes heavy, his shoulders bent, and his hands trembling as he held a folded piece of paper. A single father, wearing a worn-out jacket and tired eyes that spoke of sleepless nights, stood before the judge. He wasn't there to deny guilt. He was there to beg. The room shifted. Even the officers looked uneasy. Something in his eyes said this case wasn't about a fine, it was about survival. As the case began, the charge sounded simple. Multiple unpaid parking tickets. But Judge Caprio's attention wasn't on the numbers. It was on the man's trembling voice. He explained that his car wasn't parked for convenience. It was parked outside a hospital. For weeks, his 7-year-old daughter had been battling for her life, a rare heart condition. Every day he rushed between work and the hospital, sleeping in waiting rooms, eating barely enough to keep going. He fell behind on payments, lost his job, and still refused to leave his daughter's side. When the notice of unpaid tickets arrived, he ignored them. Not out of arrogance, but out of fear that she might not live another day. The courtroom grew still. His voice cracked as he said, "Your Honor, I wasn't trying to break the law. I was just trying not to break my promise to her, that I'd be there every day." The judge lowered his gaze. Even he seemed to struggle to hold back emotion. The man's hands shook as he took out that folded paper, a drawing made by his daughter. It was of him standing beside her hospital bed, and underneath in shaky handwriting it said, "My dad is my hero." For a moment, the courtroom forgot it was a courtroom. No one breathed. Judge Caprio slowly leaned forward, the room bathed in soft light filtering through the old courthouse windows. He asked gently, "How is your daughter now?" The man's lips quivered. "She's stable. They say she might come home soon if she keeps fighting." He wiped away a tear and added, "I'm sorry I failed to pay, Your Honor, but I couldn't fail her." Judge Caprio set his pen down. He didn't speak immediately. His eyes glistened, and his voice broke slightly as he looked around the room. Then softly he said, "Sir, you didn't fail anyone. You showed this court what true love and sacrifice look like." He looked down at the tickets before him and then back up at the man. With a deep breath, he said words that silenced the room. "This court forgives every fine, every charge. Go home and tell your daughter her father just made the entire courtroom proud." The man covered his face with his hands, tears streaming freely. The officers behind him clapped softly, some wiping their own eyes. Even Judge Caprio looked down briefly, composing himself before giving a warm smile. As the father walked out, he turned one last time, holding the drawing high, a silent thank you. And for a moment, the courtroom wasn't about rules or laws. It was about humanity. The judge whispered softly, almost to himself, "Justice is knowing when to show mercy." If this moment touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe for more real stories of compassion, justice, and humanity from Judge Frank Caprio's courtroom.